Sunday, another day to be happy. Hi guys, happy Sunday to you. Woo, if you're just coming online, let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let's talk today. Happy Sunday, guys. So today I just want to quickly share the video from my end. Let me share the video from my end and let's get started. I want us to talk about the kind of man that as a woman you should not even entertain. Let me know where you're watching me from. Hello, mommy. How you doing today? Happy Sunday to you. I'm going to call you maybe after the stream, please. So, guys, I just want to share it from my end first of all, and let's get rolling. Happy Sunday. How is your day going, though? Hope your day is going good. My day is going good. It's okay. So far, so good. Thank God. Yep. So far, so good. Whew, today I want us to really talk about the types of men to avoid as a woman. You know, if you are a woman and you have, self-respect and you don't want to be insulted or abused by anybody, then you as an individual, you need to avoid these men. I want us to really talk about so quickly today. So as for me, I will just go ahead and share it from my end and let's get started, guys. Give me a few seconds, please. And thank you. Okay, guys, I think I shared from my angle. So let's just talk about the types of men to avoid. So let me know if you just come online. Let me know where you're watching me from. I want to always hear from you. You know, it's always a pleasure having you guys around. And I always look forward, to having these videos with you. It's like a chit chat and all those kind of good stuff. Okay. So without further ado, let's just get started. And, first of all, before I really dive into the topic, I just want to tell you watching that, first of all, if you are new to my channel, you are so welcome. And if you are an old subscriber, you're so welcome back. It's always great. It's always a pleasure having you around. I'm super duper excited, and I want to tell you that I look forward to these videos, and video ideas are welcome because personally, I want to know what kind of content do you want me to do. I want you to go ahead, feel free, send me a video, let's talk, let's chat, and all of that. We are a family and all those good stuff, guys. So let's talk about the types of men to avoid. And this point that I'm going to talk about, it's also going to be like the same thing for men, the kind of women that you should avoid. However, if you want me to do a video about the types of women to avoid as a man, let me know. I'll do that because I noticed that some of these topics that I talk about is always so controversial. Like some of my male subscribers, they always reach out to me. Oh, so you spoke only about the kind of men women should avoid. Why don't you talk about the one that men should avoid? If you are a guy watching me and you actually want me to do a video about the kind of women that men should avoid, go ahead, send me a message. I will do a video about that. So without further ado, guys, let's get started, okay? Let's talk about the men that we women should avoid. However, I want to make it clear, this is not the first time that I've actually been doing this kind of videos, right? But I want to give an introduction to this. I want you watching me to know, first and foremost, I always say this all the time. You watching me, you were made for a purpose. And it doesn't matter what your purpose in life is, it doesn't matter what your destiny is. The main goal of God creating you and I is to love and be loved. So that's the greatest thing. Most of the time, we hustle, you grind, you go out and reach out for your dreams. That's because of love. Why? Maybe you have people that are kind of dependent on you. Maybe you have children, you have your significant other, and all those things. Why are you hustling? Why are you going to school? Why are you trying to be a better version? Because of love. First of all, it's either you love yourself enough because you want to hustle, do the best that you can do and be. And you love yourself. That's why you're hustling. That's why you're improving on yourself. Oh, you love your kids. That's why maybe you're trying to get an extra job, get an extra income to hustle and, be there for them. It's because of love. Why do other people in your life care about you? That's because of love. Why do they maybe give you gifts and all those kind of stuff? Why do they have time for you? Why do they create time for you amidst their busy schedule? That's because they love you. So the reason for life is to love and be loved. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship you get into. So why am I, putting that out there? It's because of love. Why do you get into a relationship with somebody? It's because of love. Why do you stay in it? It's because of love, right? So why do you get out of it? It's still because of love. You've outlove that person, so you cannot still be with that person. So why am I giving these things? I'm just giving you guys all these instances because the reason for life is to love and be loved. God himself loved us. That's why he sent his son, right? So we are not talking about the Bible today and all those kind of stuff. So I want us to just dive into it. These kind of men you should avoid. So I want you to first of all know that I did a video one time about red flags, the kind of red flags to look out for in a relationship, the kind of red flags to look out for. When you meet somebody, there are some signs, some pointers. The truth is nobody's perfect. At the same time, nobody knows everything. You who is even ready for love, you are not perfect. However, you guys can try to make a relationship work if you guys put the work into it. However, it becomes so burdensome if, on the other side, you really want to love, you really want to, have somebody and it's not working out, right? It's not working out, not because you really don't want it to work, just because it's not going to work with that person. Why? Because there are some little signs that maybe you've missed, or the person or that individual or the significant other has some characteristics that you don't really care for. So today I want us to talk about those type of people or men or partners that you should avoid, guys. So the very first thing I want to talk about is that don't avoid this. Rather, the first thing I want us to talk about is a selfish man. So I know it's kind of controversial. Don't get me wrong. If you have to be in a relationship with anybody, they have to love you, they have to respect you, they have to appreciate you. So for somebody to tell you, oh, I love you, oh, I appreciate you, is very easy. It's so common, right? On the other side, for somebody to actually act on what they tell you, it's another ball game altogether. So why am I saying this? You cannot be with a selfish man, my sister. Because if this man is selfish or self-centered, you will feel so bad. That relationship is not going to work. Why am I saying this? The first thing is this. When you talk about a selfish man, what people think about is just material thing, or they think about money. Not necessarily material things. They just think about money. No, that's not the only thing, when I'm talking about being selfish. If a man is selfish, he'll be selfish with his time, he'll be selfish with his money, he'll be selfish with himself. He will be so selfish that being selfish is just about being self-centered, right? Being self-centered is always about me, me, me. He wants to be the center of attention or attraction. He wants things to go his way all the time. He doesn't want to spend time with you. He doesn't even want to spend his money on you. He doesn't want to spend his energy on you. None of that. You cannot even afford, because like I always say all the time, being in a relationship with somebody takes time. You cannot be selfish and expect your relationship to work. It's not gonna work. It's as simple as that. It's not gonna work. Simple. They say on point, entry. That's it. My French is terrible, guys. It's not gonna work. Simple. So if you are a woman and you want to be with somebody and this guy is selfish, oh, he or she, rather, well, we are talking about men. I shouldn't say he or she, rather. So this man is so self-centered. He doesn't even give you his time. There are some people, you would date them or you be with them for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They will never buy you a gift. And the excuse they will give is, oh my gosh, I don't want to use money to impress a woman. Yes, you don't want to use money to impress a woman, but there are some times that you need to give stuff to. And this is like a call for to action. There are some men that, irrespective of how you prove to them that you will be a good wife, they will never do anything for you. You can cook for them, clean for them, clean for their children, hurt yourself in the process of cleaning, cooking, laundry, everything. Give them money to support their business. Pray for them, pray with them, do everything. If they don't want to give you anything, they will not give you anything. There's this slang, we call in my country, they say Japanese handbrake. It's just to show that you're so self-centered. Japanese cars are very strong cars, right? It doesn't matter like the rain, summer, winter, whatever season it is, these cars last. So when they say you're a Japanese handbrake, it's like irrespective of the weather, whether you are rich, you're poor, or whatever, they will still treat you like a dog. That's right. Yeah, some men, no matter what you do, and there are some men you don't even need to do anything. They will give you their time, their money. And this is something that got me thinking, and it's funny, guys, because I noticed that most of the men that may love you, you may not even love them. And the ones you love, they may not care for you either. Like they'll tell you they love you, but it's just the benefit that they will get from you. And there will be some you cook, clean, do everything, take care of everything, shop for them, use your money to shop for them. I'm telling you, they will not still stay and they will not give you anything. Like, they're selfish men. Those kind of men, my sister, please flee. Please run. Biko, run, flee. There's this thing they say, run 990. So run away from any man that is selfish with his time, his money, his finances. Don't get me wrong. There are some women, however, that try sometimes to exploit men. They try to exploit men. Maybe they lie to them to get stuff. No, it's different when a woman is so ungrateful, is trying to exploit you and all of that. That's a different ball game. The one I'm talking about is, hey, it's a woman's birthday. Try to get her a gift. Some men don't even do anything. They don't buy you a gift on your birthday, on maybe special occasions, Valentine's Day, nothing. They don't buy you a gift. They don't take you out. They always expect from you 365 days in a year. This lady is giving to you. When will he start giving back? Hi, Mommy Jane, you're welcome. When will he start giving? So they are so self-centered. Don't be with a man that is selfish. No, selfish with his time, his money, his finances, his everything. Hi, Chloe, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm happy you're joining. So a man who is selfish, you cannot afford to be with that kind of a man. Hi, Borel, all the way from Turkey. How's Turkey today? Happy Sunday, sweetie. Yeah, you cannot afford to be with that. The same thing goes to women. Like I said today, I'm talking mostly about men. If you are a man watching and you want me, to talk about the types of women to avoid, go ahead, send me, like a message. Let me know, and I'll do a video about that. The second category of men you should avoid are liars. Look, there are some people that they are born liars. They breed lies, they talk lies, they move lies, they eat lies. They themselves are lies personified. Ooh, liars, 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 pants on fire. I'm telling you, there are some people, they are liars, liars, their pants on fire. There are some people that will lie, they can lie for Africa. A man will tell you that, the truth about lies is when you start telling lies, you always have to tell another lie to back up the lies that you had said prior to that. So what is all of this, or the lies thing? There are some men that'll tell you, oh, this girl I'm talking to is my cousin. We grew up from the same village. My auntie's nephews, brothers, fathers, uncles, auntie's nephew's son, we are related. Before you know it, the next time you're talking, you're like, who is this girl? Who is the very person maybe you had asked months ago? And the good thing about women is they hardly forget the person you said this person is so and so 10 years ago. If they want to police you or follow you up, they will know that this person is not still the person you spoke about. So they'll tell you, this person, we come from the same village together, or this person is my auntie's nephew's uncle's, some relationship that you can't even draw on a family tree. So later on, when you see this very person, they're like, who is this person? Oh, it's my co-worker. That person is a liar. It doesn't matter who the person is. Oh, it's my co-worker. The person could always be that person. But a man who is lying, or a man who tells lies rather, I'm telling you, You cannot be with that person. Avoid that kind of a man because he's so dangerous. Because the things you ask him that he tells lies about, what about the things that you don't even know, that he doesn't even tell you, or he's telling you lies about? You don't know either. Because if you ask him, is this what you did? He'll say no. But he may have done it. What about the ones that he's doing and you don't even know? Right? You don't want to be with somebody who is telling lies because, first of all, any relationship that is built on lies, no, it can never stand. Any relationship that is built on lies telling will never stand the test of time. I got a friend the other time, she got involved with this man and, they were talking, or this guy, and they were talking. And she was like, oh, Bella, don't even tell this person that you know me through so and so person who I was dating before. And I said to myself that, you know what, this relationship is not going to last, because you are not even saying the truth. And that's exactly what happened. You don't want to be with somebody and you're not telling the truth. Oh, I've never dated anybody before. Before you know it, they realize that this guy has 7 baby mamas and has dated the entire village before being with you, right? You don't want to be with a man that tells a lot or lots of lies. You don't want to, guys. And one thing which is very important, you just don't want to go ahead dating people. As a woman, you need to date a man that has purpose. This should have actually been the primary thing I should have spoken about before all the other two stuff I spoke about. You need to be with a man that has purpose. A man has to have a vision. Sometimes when they talk about vision, people limit it to just maybe seeing the future or whatever. No, having a purpose is something that is very important. I've come to realize that, irrespective of the fact that maybe you may not have been planned by your parents to come to this earth, God planned for you to be here. The best thing that can ever happen to you is to know why you are here on earth and fulfill it. So when you know what you want to be or what God wants you to be, the next thing for you to do is actually go for those dreams. So it means you have to set realistic goals, either putting them in chunks. Maybe this week, this is what I need to do. This month, this is what I want to do. In the next 10 years, this is what I see myself doing. In the next 15 years, this is what I should have accomplished. Okay, so as a woman, you cannot even go and try to submit or follow a man that is like a sheep, right? It's like you are the sheep and the ganako. So if you are a ganako, you don't know anything. A ganako is like a shepherd, right? It's like a broken English of saying a shepherd. And you are a shepherd and you don't even know anything. So your sheep is going to be blind. Your sheep is going astray. You are also going astray. Everybody is going astray. At the end of the day, the sheep will be lost. The shepherd will be lost because the shepherd will lose his things as well. The shepherd will not make any money. The same thing is going to happen to the sheep. The sheep will end up maybe will be hit by a car or a truck, or will be lost, or will fall into the valley or something, or will be eaten up by another animal. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. Will probably be eaten up. So a man that does not have a purpose will not lead you anywhere. It's the same thing. A man that does not know where he's going to cannot lead you. You cannot even marry that kind of a person. Not only date, you can't even marry that person because he does not know what he wants in life. There are some people, if you ask them, what do you think? Some men, all they care about is just eating breakfast. If they eat their breakfast, lunch, dinner, have their dessert, they are good to go. They don't care about maybe going to school, starting a business, learning a trade, starting a family. They don't even care about those stuff. Why? Because they have no focus. Having a purpose is having a focus, having a direction. They know where they are going to. They know what they want in life. They know what they really, really, really want to do with their lives, with their finances, with their careers. Some men have no purpose, they have no vision. All they care about is just dating a lady and not even having children. They just want to have one night stand and boom, they are gone, right? I see my brother there, he's laughing. That's true. Some men are like that. They don't have a purpose. They don't have a vision. And the crazy thing is some of these men would deceive us women and say, oh my gosh, I need a woman to tie me down. No, if a man does not want to be tied down, come rain, come sun, come winter, come summer, he will not be tied down. Dust, poto, mud, whatever. Come even a flood, he will not be tied down at all. It's just the real truth. He will not be tied down. So it's up to him. He needs to have a purpose. He needs to have something to the table so that when you are with him, my husband or my boyfriend or whatever, or my significant other, he likes this. He has a business. Maybe he's doing trading. Maybe he's buying clothes and selling. Maybe his thing that he really wants to, he's going to school. He's a teacher. Then when you come in, because there's an orderliness, because with your purpose comes orderliness. He's organized in this. So you as a woman, you can fit in, you know where you have to fit in. But if you come and this man does not have a purpose, he has no vision, he has no where he's going to. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying this topic. Give me a thumbs up, share and invite other people to come. If you are a beautiful woman, it does not matter. You can be the most beautiful woman on earth. You can be the most the richest lady in the world. If you go under a man, or you try to submit under a man that has no purpose, no vision, he doesn't even know his left from his right and all of that, I'm telling you, my sister, your beauty will become vain. Women, most of the time, they compare women to roses, although women are not roses. It's gonna boom, fade away before you even know it. Don't go and be with a man. Don't marry a man that has no purpose. All he cares about is, let me have $1, eat my breakfast, eat my lunch, and I'm done. No, look, a vision is big. Having a vision and a purpose. There is no life on earth that is not driven by purpose. And you as a woman, your life as well should be driven by a purpose. And for you to even be a happier woman, well, let me not use happier. Because before you get in, know a man and all of that, you yourself have to be happy. Like I always say all the time, happiness comes from inside out, right? So for you to even be able to support a man's vision, he himself has to know what he wants. This just gets me laughing because, I spoke with a friend one time and he was telling me, oh, back in the days, I didn't even know what, my vision was. Now I know what my vision was. But right now, the lady I really wanted, I can't even be with her anymore because back then I never knew what my vision is about. You cannot even believe in something when you don't even know where you're going to. You cannot even have people believe in you. Remember that when you have your family, you're the man at the head of that home before your wife and your children. So if you have no direction, what are you going to do? The lady is going to come there and be like, So men, if you are watching this live stream, please, before you ask the next girl out, before you marry a lady and cause the world to be so chaotic, please know your purpose. What is your vision? What are you about? Do you want to do a business? Do you want to learn a trade? Do you want to learn a handwork? Are you going to maybe get into school? You want to be a teacher? What do you want to do? What branch of life are you getting into? Okay, you want to start a business. That's just the beginning. What kind of business is it that you want to do? Those things, break them down so that when your wife comes, that beautiful lady that I'm probably maybe talking to on this stream, you never know, she will know what to do next. So have a purpose. Women, if a guy does not have a purpose or a vision, please run. They say run 990. It means you have to run more than 360 degrees. I hope I'm communicating. Guys, if you're just coming in, please give me a thumbs up, like, share, invite people. Let's talk about the kind of men that we women should ignore. When I'm talking about this thing of purpose, it really hits home because look, if you don't know what your purpose is, you cannot even fulfill destiny. You cannot even be happy because it's when you start living that purposeful life. There's some people that they get up, they don't even have a reason to live. Why? Because they have not discovered their purpose. Imagine being in love with a man that does not know his purpose. You will be depressed. He will be depressed. Everybody will be depressed. The kids will be depressed. And that's why sometimes homes and all of that are messed up. Why? Because people don't know why they're living for. Mental health is something with COVID and all of that. You see people that are so rich. They are so rich. The other time, I think it was on Facebook or something. I don't remember. There was this rich man. He's a millionaire. He fell from the top floor right down like to the floor, like dead. Exactly. He committed suicide. Why? He doesn't have a reason to live for. He doesn't know why he should even be existing. Why? He doesn't know his purpose. If you have a reason to live, because in your purpose, you can impact somebody's life. So if you are a woman, you cannot even be a blessing to yourself, your husband, your children, and the people around you. Remember, I always say that happiness comes from inside out. But what brings out that happiness is knowing your purpose. If a man, maybe he doesn't like maybe church, or if a man doesn't like business, and you're a lady, you like to do businesses, or you want to start up a business, and your guy does not like a woman that wants to do business and all of that, he doesn't even have a vision or a purpose, and you say, oh, I'm going to be with him because I love him, he's looking all sexy, he has 10 packs, 100 packs. How will you play in that? Because you want to do a business but he doesn't want to. So this purpose thing is very important, guys. Please don't go for a man that does not have a purpose. The next thing I want to talk about is a controlling guy. When I say controlling, I want to just, highlight this point. It's very important. When I say controlling, it's different when a man wants to hold you as a woman accountable. That's different. However, there are some men that they are super controlling because they are abusive and toxic. Those are the category of people I'm talking about. A man that is controlling, please run away from them. Because if a man is toxic, and like I said, it's different when somebody is holding you accountable. But this man is not holding you accountable. He's being toxic. Like, oh, who are you talking with? Sometimes you even talk with your uncle or your mom or your brother or, excuse me, your family. They'll be like, oh, are you sure you're talking with them? That is a toxic person because it stems off it stems off from insecurity. So if a man is so insecure, don't be with that kind of a man because he will end up being super controlling, he will end up being toxic, he will end up being abusive. That's why, the other day on Facebook, I saw a lady shared a picture of another lady I know so well, and you see this person's face is all messed up. A very beautiful lady. A very beautiful lady, and you can see, when fresh blood is just oozing out of somebody's nose or a fresh wound, you see how the blood is, you can see it all over. This lady's face was almost doubled in size. Why? Because this guy had been using her all along for a punching bag. For reasons you cannot even explain that. Why? This lady, she ignored these signs. And sometimes, hygiene, sometimes women just want to be so, they call it in broken English a long throat, langa. Some women, they're going after a man because he has money. They go after a man because, they just want to, oh, let it be that my husband or my boyfriend has so and so social title. Don't go after a man because of that. Please don't go after a man because of that, and ignore the red flags. Maybe because you want a new purse, you want a designer bag and all of that. If you, a woman, if you are working hard, you're trying to bring something to your own table and be responsible and be accountable enough for your own things, you will not have to totally depend on a man for stuff. Irrespective of the fact that I've spoken about that, don't go with a man that is selfish. If you are a lady, if you are even contented with what you have, you will not have to be dogged or abused by a man because they want to give you $1. So don't go for a controlling man. Avoid men that are super controlling because they are toxic and abusive. That's why you see some of our beautiful sisters, they are so beautiful. There's this lady I'd known one time. This lady was so beautiful. When I used to look at her growing up, I'll be like, oh wow, she's pretty. But come to think about it, when I look at her now, she doesn't look as beautiful as she was before. Not because, don't get me wrong, not because of age, but because of the kind of things that she has done in life just to get food on her table. You let people punch you anyhow. They even give you all kinds of bruises and stuff like that. Not because it's even worth it, but because, you're just trying to put food on your table. But if you, as a woman, carried yourself up, okay, you know what? I don't want to be in an abusive relationship. I don't want to be with a man that is abusive and toxic to me. I want to be a better version of myself. I want to work on myself. You will not just go into any kind of man that falls on your lap because you want to feel that you belong and stuff like that. No, guys, no, don't be with that kind of a person. And obviously, like I said, a controlling man would turn up rather to be so abusive, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, mentally abusive. One of the things is an abusive man will always be abusive, irrespective of what's going on with him. Look, a man who is abusive will always be abusive. Why did I say this, or why am I saying this? An abusive person, most of the time we limit an abusive person to somebody that is physically abusive, maybe like they punch you and stuff like that. No, there are some men out there that are so emotionally abusive. The worst thing that can happen to you is to be emotionally traumatized and abusive. Why? Or an abused rather. Why am I saying this? Because look, if you are abused financially, you can always walk and have that money back. Physically, if you are abused and the wounds and the bruises are there will come a time when you will still remember that, you know what, this mark that I have here is because so and so guy punched me. Oh, I lost my eye. Why? Because so and so person did this to me. Right now, emotionally, the face, the maybe the marks on your face and all of that, you may wash it, scrub, and all of that. Maybe with time it heals. You no longer see it. Emotionally, the scars will always be there. There comes a time when 2, 3 years down the line, that, oh my gosh, I remember when this happened. That's why you see women, they become so depressed. Oh my gosh, this thing was so traumatic. Oh, this relationship that I had was so toxic. Oh my gosh, you don't want to put yourself through all of that. If a man is abusive physically, spiritually, emotionally, materially, financially, women, please run away. You don't want to be with that kind of a man. You don't want to be with that kind of a man. Not necessarily because maybe sometimes, I know sometimes some women feel like, oh, all the good men are out there, they are gone and all of that. No. If a man is abusive and is never willing to change, flee. They will never change. Move on with your life. Move on and be you. So don't be with a man because he or she just want to do stuff. No. Be you, be happy, and that comes with contentment. Don't get into a relationship as a woman, just because you want food on your table. That's a silly reason why you're getting into a relationship. If you try to learn the truth, I understand that it's hard. I understand that it's difficult. But if you as a woman can humble yourself, you will not go and be with somebody just because you want to put food on your table. Why am I saying this? There was something that struck me. I was talking to, when like some years ago, when I finished my school, I went to go and learn rather how to do this aesthetic stuff like nails, eyelashes, and stuff. And back in my country, the place where I went to learn it wasn't a fancy place. And one lady was like, came to where I was learning one time and was like, oh, I know you. I was like, oh, okay. But in my mind, I was like, I don't know her. Like, where have I, met her before and all those kind of stuff. I was like, and she was like, oh, I came for your graduation. You graduated, from the university, blah, blah, blah. We're talking. And I was like, oh, really? So we're just talking. And she was like, oh, you have a degree and you're coming to this place to learn how to do nails and lashes. And I was like, yeah. Why am I saying this? My motive for learning that was because someday maybe I could start my own place and start making $1, $2 each, right? But back home, that's lots of money back then. But why am I saying this? Some women will never say, I want to learn a handwork. Women, last week we spoke about learning something. You are good at something. Find that thing that you are good at. Don't go and be in a relationship with a man who will not respect you, who will be so selfish and abusive to you because you say, oh, I don't have money. Things are hard. We all know that. But if you can learn to cook something, maybe learn to do a handwork, do hair, do nails, do eyelashes, sew clothes, you will be able to afford one thing. And not just learning that thing, be good at it. Stand out in that thing that you want to do. And I'm telling you that life will be a lot better for you. Right? It's going to be a lot better. I know some women don't like this kind of things that I'm talking about, but it's worth it, women. Beautiful ladies, don't say, oh, I don't want this kind of abusive man. I just want his money. No. If you are going to be in a relationship with a man, know that you are going for his money. Good. Know that you will go take the good, the bad, the ugly. Don't say, I want his money, but I don't want the fact that he will punch me. No. If you are going for his money, accept the punches as well. Don't say, oh, I don't want him to yell at me. I just want his money. If you want his money, no, he's going to yell at you. So don't act up and be you, know you're grown and stuff like that. I know some women will be like, this thing you're talking about, I don't want to hear that. But that's just the truth. You know, that's just the truth. You know, a man's character is like somebody and his shadow. So if you see him, his shadow is probably somewhere. You may not see it, you may see it, irrespective of whether you are seeing it or you are not seeing it. You have to take that full package. But don't make that mistake of thinking that you are going for his material possessions without taking his behavioral things and every other thing that has to do with him, guys. If you have a question, please go ahead and write. I want the live chat to be interactive, guys. And the next thing, I want to talk about is sometimes it's not just about the type of men to avoid. It's not just about saying, oh, I have a man. Last week, I know I told some women that let's not be couch potatoes, but some men are couch potatoes. It's just the real truth, because some of these men, emotionally, they are unavailable. So it's such a shame that this man is emotionally unavailable, but you as a lady, you are there with him, not because you want him to be emotionally available for you, but it's more like, you know what, let me just be with a man so that when my friends ask me if I have a boyfriend or a husband, I will say yes, I do. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be that lady. Don't be with a man that is emotionally unavailable. Well, he'll tell you, I just want a one night stand with you. Oh, I love you, Bert. I'm not really ready for a relationship. Now I'm not really ready for something serious. Good and fine. If he cannot, and I'm repeating this, if he cannot be with you, so be it. If he cannot be emotionally available for you, so be it. If a man comes to you and tells you, oh my gosh, you are so demanding, let him go. You should be emotionally available for any woman you bring in your life as a man. So if you are a woman and a man tells you, right now I'm so unavailable, I just want sex, I'll call you when I need you, don't do that. Don't do that. You're not a thing that can be used at any time. T. You are a person to be loved. Like I always say all the time, you are beautiful. This channel is building people up in whatever, physically, mentally, emotionally. You are beautiful. And I always say it all the time, you are the beauty of Christ. Don't let anybody talk you otherwise. There are some people that they grow up knowing that, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, and all those kind of stuff. Don't let any man who is emotionally unavailable be with you. And this is something that I've noticed. Most of the people that you say, oh, most of the people that are emotionally really available, sometimes you may not like them, but listen, nobody's perfect out there. That's why sometimes you have to take the good. If the good outweighs the bad, you take it and trash it away and move on. So that's going to be another topic for another day, guys. So the next thing I want to talk about is a nagging man. There are some men that they nag a lot. There are some men that morning, afternoon, evening, they talk like women. They nag in the morning, they nag, afternoon, they nag, in the night, they are nagging, complaining. Oh, there's too much salt in this food. Oh, why didn't you put enough salt today? Yesterday, when you put salt, they tell you, oh, I don't eat salt. The next day, you don't put salt. You put just Maggi. Oh, this Maggi is too much. You should have put little salt instead. Oh, the next day, oh, I don't eat pepper. The next time you cook pepper, there's not pepper there. Oh, why didn't you put pepper by the side? Although you don't have to burst it open so that it's not spicy. Oh, the next day, this food is not spicy. Oh, when you eat meat, the beef or the soya is supposed to be spicy, pepperish. Oh, this is pepper soup. Why is there no pepper there? You put it, oh, I don't like ginger. You should have put garlic in it. There are some men who are so nagging like that all the time, irrespective of whatever you do or you don't do, they'll never be grateful. So nagging and ungrateful men. Some men are like that, so nagging. Whatever. Look, my sister, like I said before, you can wash, cook, clean, they'll still nag about it. So what should you do that will make them not to nag, not to complain? So don't go for those people, guys. And like I said, men who nag, they don't appreciate. Men who are not appreciative of what you do, they don't appreciate you, they don't appreciate who you are. You can't afford to be with those kind of people. It's just the real truth. Yeah, it may be bitter, but it's just the truth, guys. You cannot afford to be with a man who is not appreciative of you. No, you cannot do that. You need to be loved and appreciated. The next thing, I know I spoke about abusive men. Don't go and be with an abusive man simply because you just want to feel like, oh, I belong. No. So the next thing I want to talk about, avoid men that are so proud and braggadocios. Some men out there, they'll be like, they are so proud. Oh, they can never tell you they are sorry. They are so full of themselves. They think that it always has to go through their way or by their own way, according to their own accords, and all those kind of stuff. If it doesn't go their way, oh, they'll be so, oh, you're good for nothing kind of thing. They'll tell you, oh, you're good for nothing. Oh, I'm the one trying to help you to feel like a woman. Never let any man make you feel that without them you are nothing. You should be whole and complete. The only person that should make you feel like that is God. The only person that should make you feel like that is God. Without God, you're nothing. But don't let any man tell you otherwise, guys. No, zero, nada. Don't let it happen. The next thing I want to talk about, the last but not the least, are perverts or stalkers. There are some men out here who are perverts. When I think some years ago or something, I was watching like this video. There's like this crime and all what show. There are some men who destroy young girls. And I think there was like one video I saw on social media as well. There was this man, this guy who actually like had sex with a little baby, few months old baby. And I was like, what was he really thinking? But he's kidnapped this baby and went to just ruin that child's life. Those are the kind of men you should avoid. You cannot be with somebody, who doesn't really care about people. He doesn't care about children, doesn't care and value women and all of that, who is a pervert. And not only that, but he's able to stalk you, not in a good way, but in a bad way. Somebody's with you, but he's still stalking his ex. Oh, this person was like this, so I'm going to do this. No, guys, you don't want to do that. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. If a guy, for real though, if a guy is with you and he's like this pervert who is so or who has this ability to stalk you and do all kinds of crazy stuff, don't be with that kind of a person. Thank you so much, bro. How you doing today? How the girls doing? Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, you cannot be with a man who is that pervert and a stalker. When I saw that video, it kind of made me really bleed. Like, this is a kid you don't even know who has a bright future. Don't just go get any man out there because you don't want people to talk. Oh, you're still single and keep in your home. No, look at these red flags. And the last but not the least is a man who is cheating. A man, I know it's going to be a controversial topic. Some men will tell you that, oh my gosh, we men cheat because of you women. No, that's an excuse. A man will cheat because he chooses to cheat, because that's who he is. Not that I'm saying that it's good to cheat. No, don't be with a man who keep cheating. It's different. People make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, here and there. And the good thing about it is, if you make a mistake, you want to learn from it. But there are some people that will make that mistake. They will never learn from it. They will keep doing it over and over and over again. Women, please look at these red flags. Look at this kind of men. Are you entertaining this kind of man or whatsoever? No, please don't do it. Think twice. Look at it over and over. Don't ignore the red flags. Is this man selfish? Is he a liar? Is this man without even does he have a purpose? Does he not have a purpose? Is he a controlling man who is so abusive and toxic? Is he emotionally unavailable? Is this man a nagging man? Is he abusive? Is he proud and so braggadocious that he never wants to learn? He thinks that it's always his way or nothing. Is he a pervert? Is he like a stalker? Does he cheat on me even when I catch him and tell him to not do that again? He's like, okay, I'm going to make it better. And the next time he does worse stuff. Guys, look at these red flags. My beautiful ladies, look at these red flags. Don't ignore these signs. Like I always say, and I'm saying this again and again and again, life is worth living. Life is too short to be unhappy. Don't go and entangle yourself with a relationship or a situationship that you will not be happy about. Talking about this, I was talking to one of my brothers. He was telling me that, oh, my wife listens to me. This kind of melts my heart. And it made me super happy that his wife could listen to him. Why? Coming back to this topic, why is his wife listening to him? Because he has a purpose, he has a vision, he has a direction. He has a direction. If this direction, if he does not have a direction or a purpose and all of that, it's not going to work. If he does not know where he's going to, no woman will listen to him. So that even made me so happy. But guys, I can, sometimes you don't want to tell your brothers that, oh, bro, I appreciate you and I love you and all of that. You don't want to tell your brother those kind of things because it will get into their heads, right? So it's the same thing with me. I didn't want to tell him that, oh, bro, this what's up. No. But in my mind, it's like, it's because he's responsible. It's because he has a vision. It's because he knows where he's going to. If he doesn't have where he's going to, look, no woman will follow you. So that made me super proud. Why am I saying this? This is an encouragement to men. You may be watching me and you think that, oh, maybe Bella just want to bash us. No, if you are a man and you don't have a vision, you don't have a purpose, you don't even know what you're about, find it and begin to do it. Strive as a man to be a better version of yourself. Women want men to have something. Listen, it's not just necessarily about money. People say women love money or they want money, but women don't really have money, like use money a lot. A woman just needs an assurance that, okay, my husband has money. Even if she does not have access to it, let the money be there and sitting in the bank. But as a man, thrive and strive to be a better version of yourself. Have something coming in, have something to put on the table. A woman is contented with that, and a woman is going to listen to you. So, all these things, maybe you can be a man that you're emotionally unavailable, you may be whatsoever. Thrive, strive to be the best that you can be. Strive and do your best to do the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'm telling you that a woman will follow suit, guys. Women, don't forget, watch out for these red flags. And I'm telling you, these are the type of men that you should avoid, guys. Like I said, I'm so happy. All of you who tune in today, I'm so grateful that you did tune in today. It's always a pleasure having you guys around. Remember that you are beautiful. You are the beauty of Christ. It's always plenty of love from me to you. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, like and share. And every Sunday I come live, guys. I want to talk with you guys. I look forward to these videos. If you are interested in cooking videos, interested in self-help videos or videos that build you up as a woman, that tell you that you're beautiful and you're amazing, please, this is the place that you can be. This is a platform where we fix each other's crowns. And as well, we make you know that you are beautiful and that you are amazing. Like I always say this all the time, guys. Please don't forget that you are amazing, you are beautiful. Never forget to know who you are. You have a purpose to live. And as a woman, make sure that you yourself discover what your purpose is on it, so that the man that is going to be in your life is going to appreciate you guys. Until next Sunday, it's plenty of love from me to you. You're beautiful. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye, guys. Hi, Daddy.